in the 90s in London. Do you remember me? Priscilla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Jack Dawson here. We were at King's College in the 90s in London. Do you remember me?
Oh, probably not. It's a while.
Oh, it's been a long time, love. You, Emerson Mnangagwa's business partner's daughter or something like that.
We at King's College together. We have 4 children. We were married for 22 years.
Is that how can you be an electoral commissioner when you're related to the president? And then there's also this thing about you being the girlfriend of a minister, of the mines minister.
I am so sorry. I've been accused of being the girl.
In Harare. Mnangagwa for winning the elections, as was announced by Zek.
Priscilla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Jack Dawson here. We were at King's College in the 90s in London. Do you remember me?
Oh, probably not. It's a while.
Oh, it's been a long time, love. You, Emerson Mnangagwa's business partner's daughter or something like that.
We at King's College together. We have 4 children. We were married for 22 years.
Is that how can you be an electoral commissioner when you're related to the president? And then there's also this thing about you being the girlfriend of a minister, of the mines minister.
I am so sorry. I've been accused of being the girl.
In Harare. Mnangagwa for winning the elections, as was announced by Zek. 2 questions, Your Excellency. First one is, what should be your thrust in the next 5 years? Given that in these elections you were riding on what you did from 2018 to this year, what should be your key deliverables going forward? Then secondly, Your Excellency, you have read reports from the AU and the SADC, as well as the Commonwealth, that seem to suggest or to cast aspersions on these elections. What would be your comment to these reports, sir?
Thank you for congratulating me for winning these peaceful, transparent, and fair elections. My trust by my new government will be towards the consolidation of our food security in Zimbabwe. That's the primary objective. We want to continue to remain food secure, both in terms of corn or grain, as well as in our wheat production. As a matter of fact, currently we believe we have excesses of both maize and wheat in the country. But I'm informed that we are likely to have an El Nino climate attack this coming summer season. Because of that, we shall continue to pursue the increasing of irrigation in our country so that we have more hectares and water bodies in the country. But we shall also continue to create more dams as well as create more hectares under irrigation where under the current dams we still have space to create more irrigation facilities. On our domestic or local resources. Third, we shall make sure that we spread development across the entire spectrum of our country, leaving no one and no place behind, so that every single household should be food secure and have access to both health and education. All these matters are very critical and are primary in approach to developing our motherland, Zimbabwe. As regards your second question, yes, I'm aware that some observer missions went beyond their call of duty and our parliament. It is my view that every single sovereign country passes their legislation through their legislature. And the Zimbabwe is not an exception. And the
Okay. My name is Love Jim Chongeza from 260 Church, and once again, congratulations, Your Excellency, on this victory. My question would be, there are some of your competitors who are disagreeing with this victory, and they are saying that the election was a sham. How do you respond to them?
Can I assure you that I did not conduct elections? I competed with them in this race to win the elections, and I'm happy that I won the race. I think those who feel the race was not right.
In Harare.
Yes, it's a very good evening to you. Have yours. This is Jonas live on Zimai. And let us know where you're logging in from. These are just chops here from Mnangagwa's presser today at State House, and where he was congratulating himself. Okay, congratulating who else apart from himself? Congratulating himself, and then saying that he is proud. He says we are proud that we are an independent country. Yeah, that's what he actually said. Now, when you listen to the man speaking like that, and in a self congratulatory message, he then rushes to announce that we are proud that we are an independent country. What does it mean? What does it mean? I would like to pass the following comment relating to a few questions that people have been sending me. Number one, Simba, we are depressed. What is the way forward? Yeah, how many are you there? We've got the same question. Type in the comment box there. Say, me also, or me too. I am also depressed. I would like to know what is the way forward. Right. Munuese, everyone out there who says that I am depressed, we are depressed. What is the way forward? Type in the comment box right there. I'm going to let you know what I am seeing, what I can relate editorially. This is from practicals that I'm seeing right now on the ground. And me too. Okay, me too. Okay, type it down there. I'm also depressed. Type it down there and say me too, me too. I'm going to help you this night. Nasi Manero, I'm going to help you. I'm hoping that I can show you here what you're not seeing. Tag someone, right? Tag someone who needs to hear what I'm about to drop tonight. I've got a lot to share. I've got a lot to just disclose there and publish and broadcast to you all Zimbabweans out there who feel depressed, who feel down, who feel, the whole world has come to an end. Oh, things are going to be so terrible. Oh, we were expecting that Chamisa was going to be president and then was going to be announced by Zimbabwe Electoral Commissioner. Right. And I slept with shoes last night. I've got some people who are telling me, yes, do tag someone. Piera is just tagged Faith Mbeswa. Okay, Faith, tag someone who needs to hear the stuff that I'm going to drop tonight. Okay, I'm going to be running these sessions for the next week, and I'm going to just be showing you Zimbabweans what you're not seeing. Why you should actually be partying right now. I'm not joking. Listen to me, literally. I am not dropping to you. I'm not telling you here opinion. I'm going to show you FACT.
Fact. Okay. Right. Okay. Someone says here, as for me, I was depressed, Simba, but believe it now, I'm 100% sure that victory is certain, Simba. God is in it. Someone says, Anzi hakuna congress kuwina zvekunyaradza geto. Okay, follow me hangu. Hanzi vakumbira veBelarus kuti ndiiteiwo makorokoto. Okay, right. Hansi, me too. I'm crying. Okay, tag someone out there who needs to know the stuff that I'm about to drop to you here. Now, this is heavy stuff. If you ain't heard this, I'm going to show you. I'm going to spend the whole week and I'm going to be presenting it in different layers. So today, I'm just giving you layer. Today and tomorrow, I'm giving you layer number 1. Okay, and then on Tuesday, I'll be going to layer 2. Okay, by the time we get to the end, I intend to get right up to layer 10. Okay, of what you already have, what Mnangagwa doesn't know that you already have, and how you can actually remove Mnangagwa easily. Okay, someone will say, look, Simba, so how are you going to do it? How do you think Mnangagwa can be removed? Hey, we thought this is the way to do it, voting in the election, and then after that we have Zeki announce, and then Mnangagwa goes. Come on. If you had hopes in Zek, then you were depressed already. Then you should be depressed. If you had hopes that Mnangagwa would announce to you that he has lost to you, and now he is leaving the keys to State House, you were depressed in Akudara. Wanga wakadakwa na kudara. I'm sorry, I hope I sound like as if I am I'm insulting you. Right. Mnangagwa would never at any point in time give you power. At any point in time. He would never give you power. Even if there's a UN peacekeeping force, Mnangagwa would never give up power. That's who he is. So number 1 fact here, okay, is that Mnangagwa would never give you power. You should have been planning other things. And these things, we on this news network, we have already been talking about them for over 2 years, right? How to take over power without an election, without a demonstration, without violence. Yeah, so without violence and without, you don't even need to do a demonstration to remove Mnangagwa. Why? Right. Let me start off on this. You tell me right now that you are depressed. How do you allow yourself to get depressed by someone who does not take care of his own kids? How do you expect a man who doesn't even give his own kids pocket money, Banawake Mnangagwa, pocket money, to give you keys to State House? Go and watch the Gold Mafia documentary and you notice that Mnangagwa's son, right, Junior, went and borrowed 10,000 from a Rhodesian, a white, corrupt Rhodesian Zimbabwean called Ewan Macmillan. He borrowed a 10,000, and that son went with Mnangagwa's Rolex watch. You see in the documentary, the businessman, the gold smuggler, boasting that, "Yeah, do you know what? I've got Mnangagwa's gold-studded Rolex watch," and he starts laughing at Mnangagwa. He says, "Yeah, I've got Mnangagwa's gold-studded Rolex watch." So, ndikuda kuti mimi muzive kuti number 1, Mnangagwa cannot even give his own kids pocket money. How much more the keys to State House? And number 2 here, Mnangagwa is so miserable. Listen to me. He is so miserable. He's the most depressed human being that I've ever seen. Most depressed creature that I've ever seen. That surely it should be you who is depressing Mnangagwa, not the other way around. How do you depress Mnangagwa? Is the question now. Let me tell you what it is. I'm telling you stuff that, look, I'm practicing, and before I get to the layers, to the second layer here, so that you see what you already have, Stop being depressed by Mnangagwa. Now, this is the first accessory for you to appropriate what is already yours. Don't get depressed na Mnangagwa. Iwo ndo unofanira kumpa pressure iwewe. You're the one who's supposed to make Mnangagwa depressed. I stated a few hours ago that there's a plan that Mnangagwa has hashed in the way. It is to trap the citizens so that while you're talking depression on Facebook and on social media and wherever, Mnangagwa intends to capture your conversations, especially if you're going to be talking about removing Mnangagwa through violence and all that, or through guns and all that. So he has dispatched my intelligence. These are ZANU-PF members. These are deployees of the country's worst criminal, the continent's worst criminal, Mnangagwa. And these deployees, their agenda, it is to make you speak depression, make you then talk about ways of insurrecting against Mnangagwa. And I want to say, how do you insurrect against someone who is so miserable that he can't even behave like an animal towards his own kids? Vana vakisha wana Emerson Jr. wewe. Munu who behaves even worse than a fly, than Nunzi. How do you allow a human being, akaita se Nunzi, ano behavior, se Nunzi, to make you depressed? So number one important thing here, in your conversations, I would say here, do not allow what has happened to put any depression on you. In fact, what you should be doing right now, you should be laughing at Mnangagwa. Kana muri pa pesa pa ma online pesa pa ndika. Laugh at Mnangagwa. Don't be depressed. Just, watch this video again, the one that we've just been playing on the screen here. You see how miserable this man is, how useless, how worthless. I mean, excuse me, in terms of the way he thinks, the way, he can't even appropriate fungwa, just normal thoughts. Kungotaura zvinhu zvingori normal so, anotadza Mnangagwa. So how do you allow munhu akaita saMnangagwa to put depression? Don't allow this. I'm being very, very direct here. No apology. This filthy man to put depression on you. So, Anzi scarf more. Yes, anoda kutosekwa. Musatara say I'm depressed. Me too, me too. No. Stop it. Remove that nonsense. How do you allow a thief to make you depressed? Unofanira kungozvitofara. Uchitomufara zvokumumoka zveshe. Ene mukaona pai. Anzi, is it true Mnangagwa is going to be leader of SADC next year? I heard from SABC News. Well, I can tell you here from what I know. Listen to me, Zimbabweans. Pane zviri kuitika. And there are things that they are already putting in the way here to stop Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is so out of humanity that you need to understand here. A lot of people vari kutomusema. And I'm telling you, ndinoona inini meeting kwatinenge tichitomboona umu. Saka, I don't see Mnangagwa getting there. I'm telling you the truth here. What you're starting to see right now, my conversations and my assessments that these observers and the like are making, this is the beginning of the end from Mnangagwa. Personally speaking, I want to tell you, I have been very direct over the years. I do not see anything worthy of respect in Mnangagwa. Everything in Mnangagwa, bottom to top here, is contemptible. Zinu semesa. Saka Mnangagwa needs to be mocked in every way possible. Never take that man seriously. At all. This is the beginning of understanding how to remove Mnangagwa without having to do anything that is stressful. And obviously, ne election. What has happened right now provides a basis here for many things to come. I feel here that the MPs, the people who have been elected in Nelson Chamisa's party, should not go to parliament. And I'm going to pass this one here. It's another way of mocking EM Mnangagwa Oshonaye. Musambo Mujoy na Mnangagwa don't even get into parliament with him. CCC now needs to make a bold statement. Musapinde in parliament, it's part of the process of expressing your disgust for these criminals. Someone is saying, Nice Simba, should we protest in the streets to remove Mnangagwa? I'll tell you what, if you do protest, you're playing into, why do you protest against someone who is so miserable? He doesn't need a demonstration to remove. He doesn't need that. Munu anosemesa. So he doesn't even need a demo. Why would you demonstrate? If you're going to have to demonstrate to remove a fly from your living room, then aren't you seeing that you have reduced yourself to the level of Nunzi, of a fly? This is someone who behaves worse than a fly. He doesn't even take care of his own kids. You've seen it yourselves. Mazwana Mega. V11 Rajuna Munar. Irwe. Mnangagwa atomboti even pocket money zvayo munhu ane mazibhiriyoni mazibhiriyoni anobaya achiendesa kuDubai aya kunochengetwa naKamlesh Patni. So he doesn't need a demonstration, just to let you know. That's what I can tell you here. Yeah. And Mnangagwa doesn't need violence to remove at all. At all. Don't allow yourselves to be trapped by his agents who want to make you talk about violence on social media. Musapinza mune zvinhu zvakadaro. Zvinhu zvakapusa kudaro. Mnangagwa doesn't need that. He is the worst miserable creature that I've ever seen. I don't know about you. Hanzi Simba tiri kurwadziwa tosvikepi. Aiwa hakuna kurwadziwa. You were never going to get it. You were never going to get it from Mnangagwa. I'm telling you that because Mnangagwa is a saboteur. He was always going to cause sabotage. Kwamuri. Someone is saying, what lawful strategies can the citizens take kuti inauguration isaitika? Listen to me. Even if inauguration yakaitika, the best thing that the citizens and the CCC need to do is don't get into that parliament. Just go kunogeza chembere zviri nani. Let him run. This time chimusiyai. Okay? That is if you ever get there. Right? Chimbomusiyai. Musamujoine. Musatombomujoina. Ndiri kutaura inini kuti there are so many ways dzekubvisa Mnangagwa, so many ways. But one thing that I can tell you, which is very, very effective, don't allow him to give you stress at all. Because Mkangodaro, if you allow him to give you stress, then you have given him power. Right. Folks, I'm telling you what I know here. Mnangagwa can be removed. I think you have seen here some other editorials where I've practically participated, and you have seen things happen. You have seen change happen, even regime change happening on this news network. If you haven't, just flip in there, go and check in the repository. You can see where we have literally done predictives, editorial predictives, and we've participated in demonstrating some of these powers that citizens have. This is state power now. And just showing people here that things can happen. Things can happen if you do it this way. Zvinhu zvinotofamba. Somebody saying, when is Gold Mafia 5 coming out? Do you know what? I actually wanted it to come out this weekend. There's something new that I've discovered just this weekend, which is quite heavy, which is really big. Yeah, so this has delayed me a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit of a heavy development, but I shall inform. Just keep watching the updates. Okay, someone is saying, how effective is that? Sadak has denounced the process for the first time. Yeah, Sadak did denounce, but there's some things that I'll tell you here. There's a statement that Sadak said that the election was peaceful. Yeah, that's not true. Election wasn't peaceful. I wouldn't put my faith in Sadak. I would put my faith in what I can do for myself. And I'm saying right now, right? The first thing is Emma MPs ngasa ipinde parliament. It's important. It's part of the bold expression iyo yekuti musapinde muparliament yake. Nzatombojoini. Then someone is saying, when are we gonna? Yeah, depending is a slab. I don't know if I should share about layer number 2 and number 3 here. Layer number 2 and 3 is big, is heavy, and I don't know if I should share it tonight, folks. Or is it that I should delay? Because that will show you here what you can easily, and people, the citizens can and will easily experience. So don't allow Mnangagwa to give you stress. Msamutendere. Hanzi hakuna nzira isina gata. What does that mean? Hakuna nzira isina minzwa. Is that what it means? Can I ask, because CCC didn't sign those results, does it mean CCC MPs won't go? They should not go to parliament. Why should you go to parliament in Mnangagwa? Someone say, yes, Simba, you do have about not joining them, but is it going to help us? Yes, it's going to help you. It's going to help you as citizens. Yeah, Mnangagwa just needs to be squeezed out, but he's rubbish. And you know, when you're dealing with rubbish, you don't converse, you don't have conversation with rubbish. Someone says, dear fellow Zimbabweans, I want to tell you that CCC or MDC since 2000, CCC taking properties and land, I have full information about that. What exactly is that? Terence Matamutsago. Yeah, come into the inbox and tell me. I can go kind of my comments and go randomly. Right. And just share. I'm feeling a little bit tired, and I'm just thinking also that it's 10 p.m. Yeah, as you know, I've had a very, very busy 2 weeks. Yeah, and I'm trying to rest a little bit before I start my travels. But I'm sure you've seen what I've been working on. Yeah, so Gold Mafia at 5 is coming out. It's going to be a big blast. Wait for it. So, yeah, and the civil disobedience, it worked in India. We should give it a shot. It will not. Yeah, it will work. And I'm coming for them private investigations company in Zimbabwe. Yeah, so stuff can be done here, Zimbabweans. I'm telling you, stuff can be done. I'm there background, and things are happening. Mnangagwa can and will be removed if citizens are strategic. Don't join anything. Don't even join parliament. Don't get in there. Even the councils. Gara neega. Gara neega nunzi. Eh. And Simba Court inobudirira taura. Inini personally, I don't have faith in courts. Mazimbabwe court akadhakwa. I wouldn't even think about them. Why are you putting faith in Zimbabwean courts? And so what's the way forward now? Tanzania kugara musango. Inini personally, from what I'm seeing, inini Mnangagwa akuzobva manje. But what I said 2 years ago, kuti have an election, I was right. What I also said that it doesn't need violence, Kuvisa. I was also right. I think people are seeing here. Yeah. So, folks, I'm feeling a little bit tired because, as I'm sure you've seen what I've been working on lately. It's been quite an extremely, difficult time for me. If people could give me a bit of a few more hours just to rest tonight, tomorrow I intend to reconnect. I was thinking of Mnangagwa 5 years destroying the country. Yeah, 5 years gone. Yeah, 5 years gone. And I don't think Mnangagwa under 5 years. I don't know. It's definitely going. It's definitely collapsing. That's what I see. Right. So I'm gonna have to catch up with you tomorrow, folks. Do watch my confrontation with Eric Kalaba. the God Mafia member there. Let's catch up tomorrow. Thank you. Once the system is armed, Simba, can we win against these guys? Just don't get tempted to talk kupinda kuti mutaure about nyaya violence, kushandisa pfuti and all that nonsense. That is Mnangagwa talk. That is ZANU-PF talk. So don't get into all that conversation. That conversation is meant to trap you. Someone is saying, Simba, we are suffering out here. Imagine 5 years later. No. You won't need 5 years now to remove Mnangagwa. That's what I see. You won't need that. And I'm sure you remember of my editorials 5 years ago when I stated, so about 3-4 years ago, when I stated here that Mnangagwa won't be removed by an election. I actually stated that there is the thing that needs to be done, and I stated what it was. That was another very, very potent method of removing criminals from power, from state power.